Hello viewers, hello Zimbabwe, Mamukase. Welcome to Africa and Beyond Television Network, where we give you the latest trending news in the nation of Zimbabwe, Africa and beyond. Our aim is to make sure that we inform you about what is really happening in our economy, about what is happening in our politics and in our news in general. So, my name is Ronald Wekamakusha, ndiro zita rangu. So nyaya yatava nayo nguva ino yemangwana nayo ndeyekuti Honorable Job Sikhala pamwe chete naHonorable Godfrey Sithole vadzoka ivo kudare ridzimhosva uko continuation yebail hearing yavo iriko nhasi. Saka zvavari kudare vasvika ivo vakaiswa maleg irons, zvinhu zvinova zvinosuvisa, zvinhu zvinova zvinoita kuti tibvunze mibvunzo yekuti mhaka yavakapara kana takaitarisa ingava mhaka yekuti munhu angaiswa mumaleg irons here. So tiri kuenda mucommunity post ningedu tiri kunoisa mapictures iwayo. If you can check on this platform you can see those photos. We are going to upload those photos as soon as possible so that you see vakaiswa in leg irons, and that makes us question the integrity of our prison services, the integrity of our court system, that you cannot treat them as criminals. These guys are not criminals. They are leaders who are just seeking justice. They are leaders who are representing the people who just want justice. These are just people who want a free democratic Zimbabwe, who are demanding a free and a democratic Zimbabwe, a Zimbabwe which works for all. So how do you bring people, honorable member of parliament, how do you bring them to court in leg irons? Even if we disagree, even if they had committed a crime, there is no justification whatsoever to bring them in leg irons, and it's so disgusting. This is the reason why we say the constitution of Zimbabwe has been abused for a very long time. The laws of Zimbabwe have been abused for a very long time, and this calls for our concern. This calls for the need for us to be united, for the need for us to strategize ways of making sure that 2023 there is no mistake, because we cannot afford to have another 5 years with the regime. We cannot afford to have another 5 years with ZANU-PF. So this comes to an issue where we have seen that there are double standards when it comes to the justice delivery in Zimbabwe. I mentioned it here yesterday that there are people who are on remand for more than 8 years. Just imagine 8 years you are on remand, not outside, you are on remand within the prison cells. You have been denied bail, you are on remand for 8 good years. And we don't know the reasons why those people are on remand. It shows that the judiciary itself is incompetent. It shows that the prosecution is incompetent. It shows that the president himself has failed to protect the people, has failed to uphold the constitution, which must respect the freedoms of each and every person, including those who are incarcerated and those who are imprisoned. And somebody is presumed innocent until proven guilty. So how can you keep someone in jail or in prison for 8 years without trial? Is somebody being on remand for 8 years? Where have you ever seen such things happening? So this issue, when you see it happening to the legislators, to the lawmakers, it shows that the persecution is on a very high scales. If it goes to the general public, if it happens to powerful people or connected people in the opposition political cycles like Job Sikhala, what happens to somebody who is not known? What happens to somebody who asina kana hama, asina kana influence, asingazikanwe? That is the question we need to ask. So it shows that we are victims of injustice, we are victims of mismanagement, misgovernance, we are victims of violence, looting and plundering. And this calls for concern. This is the reason why we are saying, if you see our MPs going to court in leg irons, the only route we have is to make sure that you register to vote. The only route you have is to make sure that your family is informed about voter registration, the importance of voting. Our people, our power, the power of our people, of our democracy, it lies in voting. So Some people might think of other avenues, but the only way we have, which is safe and strategic and very efficient come 2023, is to go and make sure that we put thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands, if not millions, per every polling station. Let's make sure that we flood the polling stations. ZEC must be busy. If voting is going to take 3 days, let it be. If voting is going to take a week, let it be. So long we have casted our vote, so long we have put our vote, we have put our X. So it doesn't take time for you to vote. You don't need much time there. So there is no excuse to say I didn't vote because I was at work. I didn't vote because of A, B, C, D. If you are to disobey your boss, let it be on the voting day. Let it be on the voting day. Then let that boss fire you, and we will take that matter up to court and say, how can you dismiss somebody for going to vote? That is those are the issues we need to raise, because nobody should be fired from work just because he's going to vote. So there is no excuse for you to say I was at work, that is the reason why I didn't vote. There is no excuse like that. We have a future here. We are talking about a future of the people of Zimbabwe. And somebody is joking with voting. Somebody is convinced that there is a massive rigging. Whereas the point number one in terms of rigging is to make sure that you make people fail to go and vote. How do you make them fail to vote? You discourage them from voting. You tell them that elections are rigged. You tell them that there is no change which will come through elections. You tell them that ZANU-PF will not relinquish power. You tell them that the military is not going to let the opposition lead. Those are the tactics being used by ZANU-PF. And our people will say, if the power lies within the military, and the military is not going to allow Nelson Chamisa to lead, so why do we vote? That is rigging strategy number one, which is they have employed. And we need to employ rigging proof. How do we employ rigging proof? Let's go and register to vote. Let's go and overwhelm the ballots. Let's go and vote in our millions. Let's reach 6 million plus. ZANU-PF has failed to mobilize its cell structures. They've failed because they say they have 3.6 million people in their cells, and they have failed to mobilize even half of that 3.6. Kembo Mohadi confirmed it. They failed to mobilize half of the people in their cell registers, which means ZANU-PF ainalano isisu 6 million tinoirova and tinoisvitsa if we are united, if we are together. So let's put this effort together. What is our target? 6 million. How are we going to do it? Iwewe baba warejesa kuvota, mukadzi wako arejesa kuvota, vana vako varejesa kuvota, mabrothers ako nemasisters ako varejesa kuvota. That is step number one. Step number two, tell them the importance of voting for change. Vaudze Zimbabwe haisi kuwanika mabasa hama dzangu. Tikavhotera shanduko tichatanga kuwana vanhu vari kuuya vachigadzirisa nyaya dzine chekuita nemabasa. Those are the issues we need to sit down and speak with our relatives. So you can actually see that the reason why I'm saying so is because our honorable members are being persecuted. What can we do? Let's go and register to vote. That is the only way we are going to bring this change. Because if we don't do that, everybody will be killed. If the leaders are killed, who is going to lead us? So we cannot expose our leaders. They must be there mobilizing on our behalf and making sure that they are confronting critical issues like what they are doing. So the persecution is so massive, but we are not going to back down. Voting yakasiyana nekuenda muroad muchiita toitori. It's just going and putting an X, and that X is going to reward you. So Team Zimbabwe, I don't know, I don't need to take this beyond 10 minutes. I don't know if you have any question in the comment section. You can filter that question through. Then I give you a quick response before I go. So there are people, if you want to assist us in terms of my donations, and this would you are all, just if you feel from your heart that you want to contribute for the cause, so that we continue giving you updates. It's not that I'm not capable. I am capable to come here live each and every day, but I'm saying if you want to contribute so that we improve in terms of quality, in terms of how we operate, you can simply use the EcoCash number which is there, and there is a link which is there. There is a WhatsApp number which is also there. If you check on the scrolling bar, you can use those details to get in touch with us. You can assist us with anything you feel that is sufficient to make the cause go ahead. So Team Zimbabwe, I love you all, I respect you all, and I love and need your contributions. If you want to be part of this platform, please just inform us through WhatsApp. Then we will bring here live, and you will speak to the people of Zimbabwe. You tell the people of Zimbabwe your thoughts and your views. So, keeping our today's report, the issue is that Honorable Sikhala and Honorable Sithole were brought to court in leg irons, and they're being treated as criminals. Yet thieves who stole or who are looting our diamonds and gold, they are walking scot-free. Is this the kind of Zimbabwe we want? No, this is not the kind of Zimbabwe we want. What is the solution? Let's register to vote. Let's mobilize for people to vote, and let's mobilize for change come 2023. We have a lot of issues to address today, and stay tuned as we will be bringing each and every vote topic today.